Think you know the Romans? Think again. We all know about their epic battles, stunning architecture, and legendary emperors. But what about the stuff they don't teach you in history class? Today, we're diving deep into the bizarre, the shocking, and the downright weird side of ancient Rome. Get ready, because we're counting down 7 shocking Roman traditions that will completely blow your mind. First up, let's talk parties. The Romans were famous for their lavish feasts, but have you ever heard of a vomitorium? Now, contrary to popular belief, it wasn't a room for purging your food so you could eat more. That's a modern myth. The word actually referred to the entrances and exits of a stadium or amphitheater, designed to spew forth huge crowds of people. Still, Roman banquets were incredibly extravagant, sometimes lasting for days with exotic foods that would make your jaw drop. Next on our list is a truly unique cosmetic, gladiator sweat. Yep, you heard that right. After a fierce battle in the arena, the sweat scraped off a gladiator's skin was collected and sold in little pots. It was considered a luxury item used by wealthy Roman women as a facial cream. They believed it would give them a radiant complexion. It was the ultimate celebrity endorsement of its time talk about a killer beauty routine. Number 3 takes us into the Roman household. The head of the family, the paterfamilias, had absolute power, and I mean absolute. He legally owned his entire family, including his wife, children, and even his grown sons and their families. He had the power of life and death over them, could sell them into servitude, or arrange their marriages without their consent. It's a chilling reminder of how different their concept of family was from ours. Speaking of family, let's move on to number 4, purple power. In ancient Rome, not just anyone could wear the color purple. A specific shade, known as Tyrian purple, was incredibly expensive to produce. It was made from the mucus of thousands of tiny sea snails. Because of this, it became a symbol of status and power. Only emperors and senators were legally allowed to wear garments dyed entirely in purple. Anyone else caught wearing it could face serious punishment. At number 5, we have Roman toilets. Forget private single-stall bathrooms. Roman public latrines were communal affairs. People would sit side by side on long stone benches with holes, conducting their business while catching up on the local gossip. And for toilet paper? They used something called a tersorium, a sea sponge on a stick, which was shared and rinsed in a bucket of salt water or vinegar. It was a surprisingly social experience. Our 6th shocking tradition involves a very peculiar form of taxation. Emperor Vespasian, who built the Colosseum, needed to raise funds for the empire. His solution? A tax on urine. Public urinals were set up to collect urine, which was then sold to tanners and launderers. The ammonia in urine was a valuable cleaning agent. When his son Titus complained it was disgusting, Vespasian famously held a coin up to his nose and said, "Money does not stink." And finally, number 7, the Vestal Virgins. These were 6 priestesses who guarded the sacred flame of Vesta, the goddess of the hearth. It was a position of immense honor and privilege, but it came with a huge catch. They had to take a 30-year vow of celibacy. If a Vestal virgin broke her vow and was caught, the punishment was terrifying. She would be buried alive in a small underground chamber with a little food and water left to meet her fate. From beauty routines using sweat to communal toilets and live burials, ancient Rome was a place of extreme contrasts. It was sophisticated yet brutal, civilized yet strange. Which of these traditions shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next dive into history's most fascinating secrets. Thanks for watching.